y'all, this is Baxter 78 back with you. Leaving my class for the day, and got a topic for y'all. And it's another one of those I know has been done probably a million times, but I'm bringing it to you from a very unique perspective, I guess, and at least on my part. What I'm wanting to talk about is lane splitting, or lane filtering if you prefer. Living in Georgia, I actually don't have the privilege of lane splitting, and I know it tends to be a widely debated by both riders and non-riders. I've talked to some people that ride, and I've seen comments from others that ride that for whatever reason they don't think it's a good idea to legalize it. Some say it's because it gives us a bad image. And some say it's because it's dangerous. Personally, the bad image part, sorry, get over it. If you don't like motorcycles lane splitting, too bad. Yeah, I mean, it's about as nice as I can come off on that one, just because the vast majority of the people that don't like it when they see a motorcycle lane split, it's out of jealousy. I mean, let's be real here. It's straight up out of jealousy. It's the he's getting ahead of me, he's cutting in line mentality. I'm actually right now traveling through a university, and the speed limit's 25 miles an hour all throughout this place, so it's kind of slow. But back to what I was saying, and then on the other side of it being dangerous, yes, there's an inherent danger involved in it, but when you talk about safety, the pros greatly outnumber the cons, and that's where I'm going with this out of my personal experience on the subject. So several months ago, I had one of these classes coming from the same place, and I'll show you guys in a minute where it happened. We're sitting at the tracks, at the train tracks. There's a train stopped on the tracks, traffic stopped, everything's good. Train takes off, the railroad crossing arms come up, and just as I'm letting off the clutch and starting to roll off, bam, I get rear-ended. So I move up to an area where it's a little safer for me to pull over, and I go to get off my bike to check the damage. When I see the guy that rear-ended me, his truck is coasting past, and he's in the middle of a seizure. And then he veers off the road and hits a pillar, a brick pillar. So I pulled forward and started checking and helping make sure he's okay. And then once his seizure's over and everything, paramedics are coming and the cops are coming. and I go to evaluate my bike. There wasn't a whole lot of damage done. The rear fender was bent, and the taillight was busted. But I couldn't help but thinking, if Georgia allowed lane splitting, and had I had the option to lane split, that accident wouldn't have occurred. Now, from a safety standpoint, yeah, that accident, I did not get hurt. It could have been worse. The bike was still rideable. I had to bend the fender back out a little bit and replace the taillight. But you also look at the traffic. This area we're coming up to is where the accident happened. They actually had the road pretty much blocked off for almost an hour. So there was, and this road right here gets a lot of traffic. So you look at it from that aspect too. If there's an accident that could have been prevented by lane splitting, you also prevent traffic issues. Where we're coming up to right now, where see the railroad sign, I was parked right, I was stopped right about here, when it happened. I pulled over right there, and the guy hit that brick wall. You can see the ones with the caps and the one missing the cap. The one missing the cap's the one he hit. And it also brings into mind something else. Alright. Okay, in this situation, wouldn't have prevented the accident. It would have prevented it could have actually prevented a possible injury had I been able to lane split, because if that guy would have hit rear-ended a car, everything would have stopped right there. Whereas because I'm on the motorcycle, when he hit me, it wasn't enough force to stop his truck. There wasn't enough weight on the motorcycle to stop the truck. So when you look at situations like that, there is a really valid argument for lane splitting. And that's exactly why California legalized lane splitting. They looked at all the pros and cons, and what they found is the pros greatly exceed the cons. And they've done studies that have shown, since they legalized lane splitting, and they've done several of these studies that have shown that it has improved traffic, it's improved the rate of motorcycle accidents, it's improved how many motorcycles break down on the side of the road because of traffic. And it's all around been beneficial in that state. The thing is, it goes back to the thing of the people that don't like it. I think, like I was saying, I think it's mainly a jealousy thing, because in a situation, say like this, if I have the ability to move ahead, I'm cutting in line, and we can't have that. You know, everybody's got to wait in line, regardless of capabilities of the vehicle, regardless of safety, regardless of all else. That's everybody's mentality, is I'm here first, you got to stay back. So take it for what it is. That's pretty much my feelings on the subject. If you agree, disagree, go ahead, comment. Like I said, everybody's got their opinion. Everybody's welcome to their opinion. We all are different. So I'd like to hear from you on it, and We'll talk to you later. Bye.